Welcome back, chat. It's been a while, it's been a schminute, and I want to first of all say I've got a plan. I want to try and stick to this plan as much as I can. I'm not going to reveal anything about this plan for right now, mainly because I don't know how well it's going to work. That's why I don't want to reveal anything yet. But that's not why we're here today. Today, I want to talk about drama, as I normally do. We will be playing a game later, Minecraft, obviously, by the title and everything else. But I wanted to start off with the drama, So, currently, I've been away a while, so this is going to be some old drama. Nothing to be afraid of. But I want to start off by saying, yes, I do want to talk about the JustaMinx ban. So, without further ado, I guess let's get into that topic. JustaMinx was set to be banned from Twitch for being allegedly drunk on stream. Now, it says here, you were recently reported for breaking the Twitch Terms of Service and Community Guidelines. See below. Self-harm. I don't even know. I can't say this word right now. I know what it is, and I just can't say it. I don't know why. Holy shit. I'm like drawing a blank. Anyway, she was drunk on stream. I've been informed that this will result in a 7-day suspension. A probation period will stand for the next 90 days, meaning during this time you'll no longer be eligible to take part in promotional opportunities or use the self-service emote tool. If you would like to appeal a suspension, please follow the instructions listed in this article. Just give me a quick second here because, whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. I'll fix that later. No one gets on anyway. Give me 1 second. She was incapacitated. That's right. That's that word. Incapacitated. Holy shit, I drew a blank hard. Anyway. So, JustaMinx is banned. And it's strange because I don't think Twitch is banned for being incapacitated on stream before. They might have, but I don't think so, which makes this ban a little bit strange to me. And whoops. Now this was first reported on by Dexterto, so credit to them. I'm not going to read their article in full. Anyway. So this is Minx on the ban. Twitch banned me during Women's History Month. Obviously, she's joking about it. Jokes aside, I'm grateful they gave me a warning about it. Haha. I have some thoughts and opinions on that I want to get into a little bit later. And we see, when Twitch hands you lemons, make your whiskey sour. As you can see, people are just going into this as a joke. This is she's taking it as a joke as well. All's well that kind of ends well. Now, she did confirm it was because she drank whiskey, so if you were wondering, well, how do you know it was because she was drunk? She flat out says it right here. Now, why do I want to talk about this at all? Well, to put it lightly, it's because of Twitch bans. Twitch bans seem to be getting more and more common for weirder and weirder reasons. I don't know many people who have drank on stream and then gotten banned for it. Maybe there are people that have gotten banned on stream for this reason. I don't really know. What I do know is that there's been, what was this one? There's been some strange, now, after, there were some strange things, basically, is what I'm getting at. Alright? Now, in my opinion, there's really not a harm in being drunk on stream, especially when considering some of the other bans in the past have been a bit different than this one. We've had people banned because they've had sex on stream. That's a real thing. We've had people banned because they've shown Nazi things on stream. That's a real thing. That was Adin Ross, which is another topic we'll get into entirely. But we've also had people get mass reported, mass flagged, whatever you want to say. To me, that's what this kind of looks like, is that people started reporting her and Twitch got involved and was like, oh, you got drunk? I guess, you know, and we've got a ton of these reports coming in. You know, we've reviewed it, and yeah, I guess we should give you a punishment or something. Well, that doesn't seem to be the case. Because apparently, spam reports are not a thing. XQC claims that he spoke to Twitch staff about Bruce drop M-offs. I don't know who this is, but I'll do a little bit of research while we're looking at it, and was told that spam reports, as described, are not a thing. Huh, that's pretty strange. Spam reports are not a thing. So this is what XQC has to say about that.
I spoke with Twitch staff extensively, especially with Twitch staff at moderation, okay? And spam reports are not a thing yet. I've been shown that spam reports that actually end up being a ban on Twitch are not a thing yet. I've been told and showed that it's a myth and it's not possible.
WXQCL, love you.
It doesn't happen. Nope, nope, nope. There are no times where it can happen. Not possible. Guys, if it was a... I spoke with Twitch staff extensively.
Oh, okay, so now it's looping. To me, that's a bit strange. The fact that XQC... Now, this comes out March 1st, the same day we hear about the JustaMinx ban possibly happening. So, to me, there's a bit of oddities in this one. Now, today is March 7th. And suddenly, we get an update about Twitch implementing a policy to ban explicit deepfake content. Now, normally I wouldn't have a problem with this. This would be a great thing. The weird thing about this is that they've already got things like pornography is already banned. So how is this any different than that? It's almost like they were it's almost like they're trying to ban that Atriarch guy. I think that's his name, Atriarch. Yes. Atriarch. I don't know how to say his name, okay? But he never showed anything explicit on stream. That's what's strange. So, now, I'm gonna go into gameplay now, while I discuss my opinion on this very strange subject of Twitch banning. Alright? And, of course, it didn't work. Oh, nope, there it is. Okay, finally. So, what's really strange about this is the fact that they're actually banning people for... They're going to ban JustaMinx, or they already did, by the way, for drinking on stream. Now, we've had bullshit bans in the past, Dr. Disrespect being a primary one, but now JustaMinx getting banned. That is a complete and utter bullshit ban. I think that there are way more good reasons to go after JustaMinx. JustaMinx has done things in the past that, personally, I don't agree with. She was involved in the situation between Trainwrecks and the Twitch gambling stuff when she laughed at the victim in that situation. There are other things I think that there could be to ban her. This just seems more like they banned her because they needed her gone. Why would they need her gone? Well, that's a question that I think that's on a lot of people's minds. it doesn't really make sense when you really stop and think about why Twitch is banning all these different people. Alright? Dr. Disrespect was banned in the past. To this day, we still don't know why he was banned. Supposedly he does. Now, what I find strange about this ban isn't that she was banned, but that she was warned that she was getting banned. Alright? Now you might be thinking, oh, that doesn't seem that strange at all. That just seems like Twitch is now doing the right thing and is trying to warn creators before they get banned. And that's what I thought at the time too, until I thought about it a little bit more. They don't want to end up in another lawsuit like they did with Dr. Disrespect. That case is still ongoing. In my opinion, they went after Dr. Disrespect, or in my opinion, they're giving her the reason why she was banned so that she can't sue them, to make them more open about it. Is the ban bullshit? Absolutely. No one should get banned for drinking on stream. Alright? Not Minx, not anyone else. It's just strange to me that they chose Minx, especially after the controversy that she got herself into, and all these other things. In my opinion, I just think that that is how they wanted to get rid of her. They can't just get rid of someone for being in a controversy, but they actually can because they have an off-platform harassment policy, and they've got a few other things. But maybe they can't. Maybe I'm wrong in this case. Who knows? But in other words, you know, you've had a lot of people banned in the past, and for very good reason too. I think that when you stop and you look at some situations, you had a girl who had sex on stream, got banned, then got unbanned. 7 days later. Actually, I think it was less than 7 days, she got unbanned. Alright? Minx drinks on stream once and gets banned? There's something not right. And with the fact that we know that, oh, now they're going after explicit deepfake content, it seems like their priorities are in the wrong spot. It seems more like they're focused on going after someone who was involved in a controversy in the past than they're focused on going after someone who's actively done nothing wrong. Twitch is not above this, by the way. If you think like, oh, Twitch doesn't do stuff like this, they've done stuff like this in the past, alright? They absolutely are privy to just banning anyone and everyone that disagrees with them. Alright? It's happened before with Dr. Disrespect. Streamers like iShowSpeed. And all these other ones. Largely well, I guess Speed was pretty controversial. But again, bullshit reasons in the past have gotten these people banned. I think that they need to give Minx her platform back. And it looks like this was only a temporary suspension, but either way, it's pretty wrong. So those are my thoughts on this one. Let's move on to the next thing. Actually, go back to here. Give me a second to set this up. Now, those familiar with Onision are going to enjoy this one. Onision, someone who has been involved with Chris Hansen and a few others, is being sued. Check this out. These are all publicly available. I'm not doxing anyone. I want to make that publicly clear. Chris Hansen has tweeted this out on his timeline. These are all things I have found because of him. I don't follow him. I just know how to get to it. Anyway, looking at this document, this is a lawsuit. Now, this is a 48-page lawsuit going after, not Onision actually, so I'm kind of going to clickbait you there. This isn't even going after Onision. This is going after Regina. I'm sorry, not going after, I'm sorry. This is going after Google, LLC, YouTube as well. I guess also them as well, but I think YouTube's more prominent in this. And this is going after Onision. Now, normally I wouldn't say anything about this, and normally I put this water under the bridge, but I think this is strange. This lawsuit is from someone who was very minimally active in the original Onision stuff. If you take a look at the first line, this is a civil action for damages against YouTube and its parent company, Google. James Jackson, known online as Onision, and Lucas Jackson, formerly known online as Laney-Bot, Laney, and Kai, under the federal statutes 18 U.S.C. Section 1595, Trafficking Victims Protection Reauthorization Act. Reauthorization, sorry. And a few other things. But anyway, it's weird that they're going civil action for damages against YouTube and its parent company, Google. Currently, because of Section 230, you can't go after Google. They aren't responsible for the stuff that happens on platform. What makes this even more strange is that this is Regina. And I'm going to make a point. You can look at the last name. This is going to be important a little bit later when we go over the second one up here. All right. Now, the basics of it are that this lawsuit will reveal how Google's YouTube partnership program through the YouTube platform enabled, facilitated, and profit shared in the identification and grooming of vulnerable children by two adult predators known online as Onision and Laney. Now, there are a few problems with this, and I'm wondering where these lawyers are from that are filing this. Because anyone that knows anything about the law, especially the law in the United States, knows that grooming is not a crime in America. Now, in other countries it can be, but United States District Court, Middle District of Florida, I don't know how to say this division, and I'm not going to try. Ocala, I guess I did try. Ocala Division. I'll just call it that. Now, if you know anything else about the Onision law, about Onision, you know that he was never tried, and that he was never gone after legally. Well, people have gone after him legally, but it's never stood up in the courts. So, what does this mean? Well, it seems like Chris Hansen and his lackeys, for lack of a better way of saying it, have created these fake lawsuits, or, well, not fake, because they're actually filed, I think. I'm not 100% sure, and we'll get into why I'm not 100% sure in a second, but they have filed these to actually go to court. Now, going to the second lawsuit, this is where things get a little bit sketchy. Because this is a lawsuit going after Google, YouTube, same thing as before. But it's Sarah. No last name given. Pretty strange. At least that's what I think. Also notice how this only says the United States District Court of Western Michigan, District of Michigan. Western District of Michigan, sorry. Alright. It doesn't have the division that it's supposed to be in. Regina might have agreed to this, but Sarah probably didn't. How do I know? Well, you can see up here in blue that this was filed 3/2 of 2023. Huh. I have a pending cases list from the Western District of Michigan, the exact district that this was in. Now, when I was doing research for this, the last date I had available was 3/3 because they don't work on the weekends. and I had not looked at it today. But if I use my Control F function and look up Sarah, spelled exactly the same, S-A-R-A-H, S-A-R-A-H, you'll notice it's not even on here. No matches found. That's a bit strange. Well, it might be an issue with the document. Okay, we have a few Kevins right here. Let's look up the name Kevin. Oh boy. You can see that it is changing things. Well, you only looked up Sarah. What about YouTube? Oh boy, YouTube's not on here either. This was filed 5 days ago on 3/2. Now, it could take a week for it to get into its system, of which that I'll probably make an update if that's the case. Just to make sure I'm being fully transparent. I don't want to spread misinformation, stuff of that nature. But man, an LLC, by the way, does show up. So if you're going, well, what about LLC? It shows up. Oh, what about Google? It also shows up. Derek Smith. I don't know who that is, and I'm sorry I didn't just name drop someone based on information in this document. And that is, case is not ready to be briefed. That is what this case should be under if it was filed properly. Now, what makes me think that this is Chris Hansen's doing? Well, when you look at documents, the first thing that you usually have to do is file a document with your first and last name. That's a part of the legal process. That's a part of everything you need to do in order to go to a legal federal court. It's strange that a last name wasn't given, and instead we only got the first name. And we didn't even get a division. You know, well, we're in Michigan. So I did do a little research to see if, you know, maybe in Michigan you don't need to put in your last name. I can't really find anything about that. So maybe there is something that says, like, okay, you don't need to put in your last name in order to take things to court. But it's super strange that a last name isn't given. It's almost like Chris Hansen doesn't know Sarah's last name. It's almost like Chris Hansen is working off of information he can remember about Sarah. And not actually, and hasn't been in communications with Sarah in a long time. Again, we can reference the doc here in just a second, but it does seem a little strange that Regina has a last name. Regina was given a last name on the document. She is also not a prominent figure, unlike Sarah, who is a very prominent figure in the Onision drama. If we go back to here, we can see, you know, and the thing is, maybe, you know, oh, well, maybe the division isn't known. Well, the problem is you've got Western District of Michigan at Grand Rapids. That's a division. I guess I can do this at... right here, Marquette, Marquis, I don't know. At Lansing. Again, I don't know how to say these. These are places I'm not familiar with. But you can see that there are divisions in Michigan. And you can see here, we have a division. We have a first and last name. Oh, sorry. And we have everything else. So maybe, maybe it takes a while for it to get into the system. But at the same time, it's just a bit strange to me that of all the things, to leave out a first and last name seems really, really strange. And I can't access pending cases in Florida. Sorry. While we wait on that to load, I'll go back to the game. It does seem odd, but at the same time, maybe this is just procedure. Maybe it takes a little longer. But I'd figure that on something like this, it wouldn't take as long to do, especially if this is going to a district court. A district court is a lot different than a normal court. So it makes the situation stranger, but at the same time, I guess maybe it's just maybe it takes a while. That could be what I reason it to. The pending cases thing does not tell me when anything was filed, so I don't have any reference to knowing that. I'm not a real lawyer, by the way. No affiliation. So, I can't really talk about things like all that much that I don't know about, and I don't want to spread misinformation about. So, that's kind of why I'm avoiding talking about things that I'm like, that could be bullshit, that could be this, blah, 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 blah. To me, I find it strange that they did not mention Sarah's last name. It almost seems like they're trying to avoid getting Sarah involved. I'd figured Sarah would at least know her last name. And if you remember anything about the Onision situation, you'll remember that the laptop that she had got screwed up in chain of custody, meaning it can't be used as evidence. It's strange, to say the least, to see these lawsuits. Is it unexpected? Yeah, a little bit. Oh, wait a minute now. No, these are recent opinions. I'm just looking at recent opinions from the Middle District of Florida. Anyway. So, what does this really mean? I don't know. Could this case exist? Sure, maybe. But I do find it strange that these cases aren't anywhere to be found, and in fact are not even in a pending cases thing. So why don't we move on to the next topic, since this one's been run dry. Alright, allow me a little time to set up here. This is a bit of a shorter topic, and I'm trying to remember what this is. Okay, yes, I know what this one is. Okay, so this is the Adin Ross segment, where we're going to be discussing someone that was dumber than I even anticipated. Normally, I wouldn't say stuff like that. But man, is this guy stupid. I mean, seriously. Adin Ross has been banned from Twitch. I think he has moved to Kick, which is run by Trainwrecks TV. Following that notion, this is what he had to say about his Twitch ban.
First thing I'm gonna say is this. I already signed my deal to this shit. It don't matter. I already locked myself in on Kick. Thank God. Because I told everyone that Kick was out to get me, bro. They were out to get me. They're out to get Kai. They're out to get all...
He meant Twitch, by the way. Or maybe he's not. Maybe he's saying that they're out to get all these like major streamers. Kick is out to gather people. The first time I listened to it, I interpreted it as that. Maybe I'm wrong there.
These fucking streamers. All. Every single one of these streamers, bro. And, you know, I'm going to just tell you guys right now, bro. I'm not even going to bash Twitch completely. But the one thing I'll say is this. If I had blue hair and did my makeup, would you have banned me, Twitch? It's a serious question. Would you have permanently banned me? If I had blue hair and did my makeup and fingernails, would you have permanently banned me, bro? No, they wouldn't.
Now, I will say that I don't really believe it. I think that he's right to a degree. Twitch has been notorious in the past for not banning female streamers, especially when they do like major things or screw up in major ways. But I don't think that he's right in this case. I think he was banned for showing Nazi stuff on stream, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just going to make sure that I'm Twitch in Ross after showing unmoderated hateful conduct in chat. So that's why he was banned.
Good enough.
I think that he showed the Nazi stuff on Kick.
Listen, I'm permanently banned on Twitch. It's done. It's already done. But I got permanently banned for no reason. At all. No reason. How do you ban someone on Twitch and my reasoning is for VOD / on stream when I haven't even been streaming there? This is exactly why everyone needs to see Twitch for what it is.
Okay, so with that in mind, let me pull back up my thing. All right. With that in mind, a few days later, on March 5th, so 2 days ago actually, he did a debate with Destiny about Andrew Tate. Now, if you know anything about Andrew Tate, there's a lot of people that disagree with him. Let's just put it that way. And in this case, I think that Adin Ross doesn't really know a whole lot about anything, and is just going to say anything because he's trying to copy said person.
Yeah.
See,
so this is Adin Ross on Destiny.
Bro, so why do people like you? You seem pretty normal to me. You're having a normal conversation. Oh, what's your opinion on Andrew Tate?
Rapist.
Bro, you had me, bro. I really, really liked you until you said that, bro. Why the fuck did you just say that, bro? You were so cool to me. You fucking, everything you're saying I agree with, and you just had to fucking say. He's not a rapist, bro. He is not a fucking...
Now, that is one of the charges they're trying to get him for in Romania, where he is currently, being held. I don't know if any of it will stick. Chances are it will. And the chances of him going to jail are pretty friggin' high. I should have... Whatever. Anyway.
He's rapist, bro.
Oh, and he did confirm he does not have lung cancer. I want to make that perfectly clear. He confirmed that for himself. He does not have lung cancer. I don't want to see anyone say, well, he has lung cancer. He confirmed it on Twitter. In fact, I think I can get that tweet. Just give me a second here. Here we go. I totally forgot about this. I should have had this on the docket. I do not have cancer. My lungs contain precisely 0 smoking damage. In fact, I have an 8-liter lung capacity and the vital signs of an Olympic athlete. There's nothing but a scar on my lung from an old battle. True warriors are scarred both inside and out. So he's claiming to be fine. I'm going to believe him in this case just because it seems like a weird thing to lie about. Anyway, back to...
He's not a rapist. Why would he need to rape anyone? He's hot, he has money, he's rich, he has fucking clout, he has power. Why the fuck would he need to rape anyone, bro?
I mean, do you think that hot people that are ripped with money and power don't ever rape people or traffic people?
Okay, I'll explain to you what he did. He basically did OnlyFans before OnlyFans. Okay?
Well, no, I think what he did is he got women to fall in love with him. Then he flew them out to Romania. And then he had them work like 15-hour shifts, and then he stole money from them while he had them work in the basement of his
they got a percentage though, and he put them on. So
yeah,
that's
but he lied about the percentage he gave them, right? Like he's on video talking about how he would scam them with their taxes to steal money from them. Like,
I mean, he's a businessman. Well, you know what? I mean,
if this is your defense on someone who has done these alleged things, chances are you're going to jail. Yeah, no, there's not even an it's just no. Andrew Tate has been accused of things. This is probably the most damning thing he was accused of. That could probably stick. So the rape charges, I don't know 100% about, so I don't really want to talk about that. The tax stuff was confirmed along with the taking percentages, so I am way more comfortable saying, yeah, dude, he fucking took money from these girls. He deserves what he gets. Not, you know, and I'd probably go as far as to say he did traffic. At least in my opinion, that's my opinion, not confirmed fact. I'd say that based on the evidence, you could probably convict him of that. Especially even if it was in the United States, I'd say you have a good chance that that would fall under legal. Or under illegal. The way he ran his business with these women. Now, there are ways that you can run business with women like this that wouldn't get you in any trouble, legally speaking. I don't know how to do that. But I do know that there are legal ways you can do that. You basically just have to probably run it as a normal business. If I'd have to say anything about it. You just have to make sure that it's a normal business. And that you're not stealing money from people. That would probably be the best way to describe that. Anyway, back.
I mean, listen, it wasn't the best.
Well, I mean, you can say that's a bit. I agree, it is a business. I don't disagree. He's a businessman. He's a good businessman. But the business that he ran was sex trafficking, right?
I mean, how do you feel about OnlyFans?
I think it's pretty good.
Okay. He was basically doing OnlyFans, signing basically these OnlyFans agencies before OnlyFans. You know
yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
OnlyFans doesn't traffic women. Do you know if OnlyFans is trafficking women?
Well, what does trafficking women exactly mean? Because
trafficking women means that he was using methods of deception by telling women that he was in love with them and wanted to marry them. He was bringing them over to Romania, and then he was using another girlfriend, his bottom bitch, to deceive the women into eventually getting into sex work, where they thought that they were still in love with him, but in reality, he was just there to capitalize on their sexuality and sell their.
Welcome to the world, bro. That's what people do. I've gotten played before. I've played girls before. You know, we all do that, bro.
Yeah, I agree. Welcome to the world and welcome to prison. I mean, that's why he's in jail in Romania. Like, that's what you do. Yeah. Some people murder people, they go to jail. Some people rape people, they go to jail. Some people sex traffic and they go to jail. Like, that's welcome to the world. Yeah, of course.
Okay. So, his basic defense of the guy was... I found a place to stay, by the way. His basic defense of the guy was... Oh, well, just welcome to the world, because everybody does this. Dog. If everybody does this, that's not a defense. You know, that's not the own he thought it was going to be. Let's just put it that way. I firmly believe he thought that was going to be much different in his head than it was said out loud. Alright? It probably sounded a lot better in Adin Ross's head. Anyway, now for the last thing on Adin, this is kind of funny, and the only reason I'm including this is because it's funny to me. This is actually something he said on the stream.
I see what you're
I do believe
doing here now. To be honest, if he ever said something like, I mean, it's different, bro. You're comparing Hitler to Tate? Come on.
So we're already starting off with a banger.
On.
Well, it was an interest because I think there's a quote from Hitler saying OnlyFans is the second Holocaust, and he said that before.
By the way, Destiny's screwing with this guy now. What's his reaction to being screwed with?
Before he even did the first one, so I'm sure you'd agree with that at least, right?
Wait, Hitler said OnlyFans the Holocaust?
The second Holocaust.
How did Hitler know? How did Hitler know what
Yeah, I
OnlyFans
know.
was?
That's crazy, huh? Just because
What the
Hitler might have
fuck?
said a couple good things doesn't mean that Hitler's a good guy, right? Same thing with same thing with Andrew Tate. I'm sure that Andrew Tate has said some good things. He has. I've listened to says good things, but overall, he's like a scam artist. I don't think he's a good guy.
Okay, show me where he said something about Hitler said OnlyFans is going to be the second Holocaust. Please show me.
He is so obviously screwing with this guy. Obviously screwing with this guy. And he seriously thinks that Hitler said that it's the second Holocaust. I wish I could make content as good as what Destiny can at times. Because this is peak content right here.
Tell me where he said that.
It was in the second version of Mein Kampf, but
The second version of Mein Kampf. Oh my god, dude. At that point, you should know you're being screwed with. You should know something is off. What is Adin Ross's reaction?
I think that ISIS burned that down when they invaded Germany last.
Oh, there's a second Mein Kampf?
Yeah, but he.
Oh. You can't make this shit up, dude. Adin Ross genuinely believes that there's a second version of Mein Kampf. Somebody needs to give Destiny an award. A real-life award. Alright? Because we're never going to get content as good as this ever again. Not in my lifetime. Not in Andrew Tate's lifetime. We're never going to get content as good as this. It's just not happening, guys. Alright, let's finish this clip.
He'd written it. There was only one version because he'd written it when he was in that fucking bunker before he killed himself.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Oh. Adin Ross, probably the dumbest guy on Twitch, or probably the dumbest guy that was on Twitch. Yeah. No, I don't know if he's being serious. I don't know if he's just trolling Destiny because Destiny's trolling him. But you know, this isn't like the sickest own in the world, and I really have a hard time sitting here and going, maybe there's a reason why he's like this. Ow. Maybe there's a reason why he wants to defend Andrew Tate. But when the only reason I can really think about is the guy is popular, the guy has money, and above all, the guy is a great grifter and has managed to get so many people to post his shit and do everything else. It does. It makes me think that Adin Ross is trying to just copy him. And, I mean, that's really all I have to say about it, is that I just think Adin Ross is copying him. You know, and Adin Ross is still using his ban as, like, a way of showing people, oh, they're after me. No, they're not. They're not after you. No one's after you. The only people after you are the people that we already know hate you. Or dislike you, I guess would be the best way. That don't like you. You know, Twitch is Twitch, and like I said, BS banning, bullshit banning is Twitch's game. They have been like this for years. Years. Alright? I would not be surprised if they banned Adin Ross for saying something I wouldn't be surprised that they said that, oh, Adin Ross got banned for engaging in harassment, and the most he said was, Andrew Tate wasn't wrong about something. I don't know. Or maybe he said, like, fucking chat once or twice. You know, I would not be surprised if that's the reason why he got banned, and what's led him to, you know, because Twitch is not smart when it comes to how they ban people. So, you know, that's just my opinion on it. And that's really all I have to say about Adin Ross right now. You know, now with the last 15 minutes of stream, I want to talk about what I plan on doing. I said I wasn't, but now I am. So, right now I'm recording this VOD so that I can break it down into 3 separate segments that I'm going to post on my channel. And I want to continue to do this idea of, like, okay, I'm going to have a few videos every day. You know, I'm going to have a video every day for a little while. And I want to just talk about things at the end of every stream. You know, 15 minutes to talk about whatever I want to talk about. It could be Star Wars. It could be literally whatever. It could be drama. It could be something that I just want to talk about. Because I feel like I don't do that a lot. I talk about, like, I talk about topics I want to talk about that I think would be interesting. Like this Adin Ross story. Adin Ross is so clearly dumb that this story is so funny. It's so funny watching someone like him flounder. You know, I want to talk about things like the JustaMinx stuff because it's BS bans, dude. Bullshit bans are the name of Twitch, and I kind of am tired of it. I can't do anything to stop it, and that's not what I want. That's not how I want it to be taken. Like, oh, I'm trying to do something about it. No. I just want to sit there and go, like, look at how, you know, and guess what? Twitch creators are fine with this. There will be Twitch creators that are just fine with these bans, and it's like, why are you fine with this? The more they ban, the quicker you get, or the more likely you are to get banned. So yeah. You know, and sometimes maybe it will just be like a recap of the drama if I don't really have anything to talk about or other things. And for this, I just wanted to talk about, you know, this is what I want to do moving forward. I want to talk about things that I enjoy. I want to talk, you know, and 15 minutes to rant about something is a pretty long time. And it will be like it's going to be labeled differently. So like on the channel, once I get things started and get things uploaded, there's going to be 3 playlists. Live, or 4 really, if you really want to be technical about it. Uploads, live, drama, and whatever I'm going to call my ranting thing. Probably insider information in the agency, because that's what I think. That's what I'm thinking about. And I want this to range between anything I want to talk about. I want streams to happen on Tuesdays, my time, and I want to talk about what I want to talk about at the end of every stream. Now there are going to be I think next week I want to talk about the Daft Pina situation. And if you know anything about that, it's a friggin' long-ass story. So it might be 2 videos, or it might be 2 live streams. And it might be a 2-hour instead of 1 hour, like I'm doing today. So the ranting thing, I just want to be like, just fun. You know, oh, like, okay, so we're on 4 episodes of The Mandalorian. I want to talk about The Mandalorian. Why? Because I enjoy Star Wars. I enjoy stuff like that. And I think that would be fun to talk about. You know, I watched a movie recently. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, what I thought was good, what I thought was pretty bad. Stuff like that. You know, something to give a little bit more substance. And really, I think that'd be a great idea. But I can't really do it until I start focusing on content creation. Because I noticed that my last VOD, the one that talks about the not-so-erudite stuff, erudite, however she wants to call herself, the title wars, that seemed to have a really good reception. But then again, I put timestamps in the description, and I put a pinned comment with timestamps. So I do want to talk about that stuff, and that's what this will do, is I'll have the live stream if you want to see, like, everything, and by everything I just mean everything. But then I'll also have the VOD. What the hell was that? But then I'll also just have... Oh, it was a mushroom and a pig. Okay. But then I'll also have these, like, edited segments so that people can digest content a lot easier. Alright. And it's not going to take away from anything. It's not going to take away from quality or anything like that. It's just me. I'm just kind of like testing and seeing what YouTube, or how YouTube would respond to something like that. But at the same time, I'm doing it because I want to talk about things and not be trapped in only talking about YouTube drama. You know, so with that being said, you know, what do I really want to talk about this week? I don't really have anything to talk about. This is kind of just me ranting about my channel, where I want to take it, and how I plan on doing that. So right now, the plan is to talk about it and move forward. You know, longer form... I don't want to talk about longer form content, like 2-hour stream VODs or stuff like that, until I get more acquainted with doing it. I want to try the Daft Pina stuff next week, because I don't really have anything I think I want to talk about next week. At least not off the top of my head. But that might change in the future. Right now, so next week would be episode 3 of The Mandalorian. I'm waiting till the mid-season, which would be episode 4. And then I want to talk about The Mandalorian, and possibly, which would be 2 weeks from now, which possibly, I think... but there are some things I want to talk about, like with Star Wars, for instance. You know, it's like, okay, I've got an idea of, like, I want to talk about the Star Wars community, what I see in it, and where I see it going. Because currently I see it going down a very dark path where we're never going to be allowed to enjoy the new Star Wars content, because people are always going to say, oh, I can't believe you like this thing. It's the worst thing to come out of it since this. You know, and I just want to talk about it and get, like, you know, what would it take to save, like, the Star Wars fandom and stuff like that? You know, is it possible to save the Star Wars fandom? Is it a lost cause? So that's kind of my plan, is just talk about something that I want to talk about without really talking too much about, like, without talking too much about it would be the best way. You know, I'm not devoting like 30 minutes to talking about Star Wars. That's kind of stupid. I'm just talking about something that I found interesting and something that I wanted to talk about. And in this case, it would be like Star Wars. You know, maybe another time it would be Transformers. And maybe another time it would be talking about video games and the current state of that and where I think that's going. But as it kind of stands right now, you know, that's kind of just the ranting section of my thing done. And it doesn't have to be 15 minutes. Obviously, I'm just saying, like, 15 minutes is my cutoff. I'm not going more than 15 minutes for anything. And that goes for anything. 15 minutes a topic. Done. If I've got more to say, we're not saying it. Or if I've got more to say, it's fine if it goes over 15 minutes. But I want to devote 15 minutes to a topic, and if it's a little bit less than 15, that's fine. And I'm not doing it to be like, oh, well, 15 minutes doesn't seem like a long time to talk about something as serious as, like, an accusation. And you're right, it's not. And that's why those ones would probably be longer and would probably be a little bit more refined. So, for instance, I wanted to go over the... So, Clyde, or not Clyde, what's his face? Seth the programmer actually responded to the video. I haven't gone over it because A, I don't feel like it, and B, he didn't say a lot in it. Let me grab this and do this. You know, he didn't say a lot in his response, and there's not really much for me to cover short of how he's responding to the drama, which is not well, by the way. Right there. Waterfall entrance. You know, maybe it's just maybe it's just gameplay. Maybe that's all I'm doing that day. It's just gameplay. Who knows? But really, that's all I have to talk about this stream. So, yeah. I mean, I'd expect the videos are going to be are going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, nothing on Saturday or Sunday, and then the ranting videos will be Monday, usually. Unless I feel like doing something else. You know, I don't have a set plan. This is a plan that I want to try and hold myself to see where it goes. And that's all that really is. I'm not trying to be better than someone. I'm not trying to be doing anything like that. This is just me talking about YouTube drama or other things. And also, at the same time, talking about things that I want to talk about. There's no harm nor foul in that. Oh, what do we got? We've done an hour thus far. I start at 1. Well, I start on top of the hour, and I do 5 minutes before. So yeah, I guess just enjoy the rest of this Minecraft gameplay because I do want to make this a good world, and I actually really like this spot. We could definitely do something here, especially over there. But first, we'd have to like light it up. Got the Tree of Life. We've got some little openings like that. I'm thinking about how to do this in a cool way. I'd have to go explore some of those. So let me grab a bucket of water real quick. Well, I don't have a lot of time for that, but yeah, so this is my little humble abode right now. I think next stream I'll probably do some off-work stuff. Or off-cam stuff, and just go down and see what it's like down there. Get some lights in there, get some more wood and such. And that's really it. I mean, we've got a small base, and that's all you can ever ask for. It's not the prettiest looking thing, but it works. Yeah. YouTube drama is strange right now. It always kind of will be. There's not really a reason for a lot of it to exist, but in this case, I think it's interesting that it does. In a sense, it's a lot different than how I'd expect YouTube drama to play out. There are some other things going on, and that's why I didn't do Daft Pina this stream, was because that is a whole can of worms that I just don't have time for right now. I kind of threw this stream together last minute, and that was my fault. I probably should have done a little bit more planning, a little bit more scripting on what I wanted to say, what my opinions really are, and stuff like that, but I didn't. Oh well, unscripted is kind of the best. But, as it so happens, it is now the top of the hour. I think it's time to bid farewell.